My name is Evan West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me, you are highly welcome. This is the place where we separate facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about suicide and the dangers of committing suicide, especially in rivers or in anywhere in African spirituality, the negative connotations of committing suicide. Okay, but before then, let's do our customary libation to warm up the section. So please, if you are there watching me, you can bring out your whiskey, your wine, your ogogoro, your vodka, your cognac, your moonshine, your brukutu, your akpeteshi. Okay, bring out the stuff that you like, or your lemonade, and anything that you have in your cupboard or in your chest, in your shelf, in your refrigerator, or under the bed. Some people they keep their own for under bed. Some they keep their own for top shelf. Some people have mini bar. So please bring out or call out whatever you have. Let's just call some names. Let's run through some processes to fire the atmosphere before we blast off. So please, let's start. For people that are joining this class regularly, I am very happy and delighted. And to be honest, I am grateful. The YouTube people that sent me message yesterday say that I've gotten 1 million views since the lifetime of the channel. 1 million views. I don't know what it means, but it's okay. People have viewed the content 1 million times, so I think that is a good thing. But it's not about the views, it's about people that we actually take advantage of the knowledge positively, get the videos, get this knowledge, and use it to positively develop or construct or reconstruct their life. This is what I am about. I am not about how many views I have, how many subscribers are there. I am about how many people I can be able to reach out to positively to affect them or affect them positively. This is my aim and my goal. So this is what I have in mind. So if you are there, you are welcome to the section, and I'm very delighted as usual. So I'll be calling upon issue open out of the way, the great one, the primus inter pares, the first among equals, the first of the lowers, the one that is always at the crossroad of our internal decision making process. I thank you for being who you are and for being there for us. And I ask that you always give us the impetus to make the right decision, the right choice in every crossroads that we find ourselves in this life. I call upon Oshun, mother of fresh water, mother of life, mother of divinity, creativity, procreation, prosperity, and all good things in life. I ask that you guide us, give us your wisdom, your understanding, overstanding, understanding, grandstanding, and let your spirit continue to permeate the children of Africa, to let your wave, your flowing, strong waves of the river, your currents continue to blow us, continue to carry us into the right path of our destiny, into the right path of our life, into the right path of positivity, of progress, and to free us from the shackles of mental and religious slavery, from economic bondage. Let your spirit continue to blow us. Let your wind of change continue to blow us into the right direction, into prosperity, progress. We ask all this in your mighty name. This call upon segments. I ask for the spirit of economic management. Give us the ability to manage our finances judiciously and efficiently and effectively, in order to bring organization and progress to our life. I call upon Jehuti. We ask for wisdom, wisdom of intelligence, of academic excellence, wisdom of understanding and understanding, overstanding the greater principles and secrets of nature. I ask for your presence, the presence of the ever living ones, the presence of people, spirits of people that have stand in your shadow, in your light. People like Imhotep, people like Peter, people like Ramesu 1, Ramesu 2, people like Amenhotep. Let these people that have stand in your shadow continue to guide us in this channel. I call upon Bazet, the great protector of the ancient thrones of the Nesibeti. Let your spirit, let your guidance, the great dark, melanated, unfathomable, indomitable, melanated consciousness of the African spirits. Let it continue to guide us, spirits of the Black Panther. Let it continue to guide us, protect us, and deliver us from the plans of our enemies in this lifetime. I call upon Ogun, God of Iron. I ask for wisdom. Call upon Eshango. I ask for wisdom too. I call upon Amadioa. Call upon Ekwensu. Call upon Hogene. Call upon Ubatala, Urumila, Oya, Ufurie. Great spirits of the land, I give you this drink today. I call upon great ancestors, great powerful people that have been able to impact us positively in this lifetime. Great people worthy of mentioning. People like Malcolm X, Dr. John Eric Clark, Martin Luther King, Michael Jackson, Muhammad Ali, Nelson Mandela, Bob Marley, Thomas Sankara, Julius Nyerere, General Rawlings, Kwame Nkrumah, and so many great people. Ivan Setiman, Sheikh Anta Diop, Sister Francis, Harriet Tubman, all powerful people, many powerful people in Africa, in our future. Fela Nicola Kokuti, we remember you today as we remember you always. We ask for your spirit, for your vision, for your mission, to continue to direct us in the right path, to continue to empower us, to continue to booster us, to motivate us, to make us rise to the challenges of life and overcome all obstacles that is holding us back. I call upon the great spirits of people that have died fighting for the freedom and liberation of Africa, people that nobody remember, people that died in the Arabic slave trade, in the transatlantic slave trade, in the Middle Passage, people that died in the Atlantic Ocean, people that were sold into slavery, people that nobody remember their name. We give you this ring, the restless ones, the unclaimed ones, the forgotten ones, the innocent ones, the ones that are weeping, their spirit are still crying for justice. We give you this ring today. We ask that you rest in power and continue to cry out for justice. Because if there's no justice, there's no peace, there's no progress, there's no advancement. Great spirits of the Native Americans, I give you this libation. Great spirits of people, Native Americans, Africans that died in Canada, Africans that died in Australia, Africans that died in the continent, in Congo, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Angola, Namibia, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Nigeria, Cameroon, Kenya, all over Africa, ancient Kemet, our unforgotten ones, the ever living ones. We remember you today. We ask that your spirit, your blood continue to speak for us. We ask the blood of our ancestors to speak for us. Blood of those that speak for us. Blood of Umini to speak for us. Blood of Onoma can speak for us. Continue to guide us, continue to protect us, and continue to empower us for the future and for the next generation. We ask all these things in the mighty name of Amen-Ra, in the mighty name of Ogenem, in the mighty name of Olodumare, in the mighty name of Ogun, in the mighty name of all the African gods and goddesses that stand for truth, justice, righteousness, and harmonious balance. It's Siagwari. It is done. So I thank you very much for joining me. It's always very wonderful to be with the brethren. This is our own thing, our own EVA 90 this. Okay, so I thank you very much for joining. Today I'll be talking about committing suicide, how African spirituality view the act of suicide. This is a very serious topic. Okay, what happens when a person commits suicide in African spirituality? What is our own interpretation, our own understanding of this phenomenon of somebody taking their own life due to anger, frustration, depression, or a situation whereby they were denied justice for a wrong that was happened to them. People have many reasons for committing suicide. Nobody on their right minds, we want to just wake up in the morning and decide to want to end it all, to want to take their life. No sane person, no happy person commits suicide. Nobody wants to die. Even animals don't want to die. Even the vegetables that we eat every day, for those vegetarians that say that eating animals is evil, the grass that you are eating, the spinach that you are eating, the pineapple that you are eating, the oranges, do you think they really want to die? Think about it. But that is issue for another day. When we even go out from your house, immediately you open your door, you step on the grass. Do you think that grass is happy that people are stepping on it? Do you think any living thing really actually want to die on their own free will? Anything that have life, do you think they want to die? But we kill things every day. Our actions or our inactions kill things. We're designed to. Life is like this. Life is giving, life is taking. It is a great circle of life. In order for us to survive, something has to die. Even if you say you want to be a vegetarian, a lot of vegetables will have to die to sustain your living for as long as possible. I hope you are aware of that. So life is this way. Some things we have to die for other things to give life. But that is for another day. Today I want to talk about taking your own life. What will motivate somebody to want to take their own life? Most times people take their life due to the fact that they are tired of living. First of all, they are not happy with the way situation is going on with them or for them. They are frustrated. They are angry. They are unhappy. They are depressed. As a result of that, they don't know what to do. Probably they have tried many things, it did not work out. They have tried, prayed, cried, begged. Nobody listened to them. The universe did not respond to them. The universe did not hear their pain. Nobody answered them. No ancestors, nothing. They could not find solace. They could not find help in any place. So they decide that the best way is to take their life. And they go and they hand it up. We have different kind of suicides that people do. Most times people just want to be quiet. They will just get a rope. If they have a ceiling hook in the room, they will just tie a noose around their neck and kick the stool. They die peacefully. Some people will drink poisonous substance. In a place like Nigeria, there's one insecticide we call sniper. This is the number one tool for committing suicide in Nigeria. Sniper, you just drink it, within 10 minutes you are gone. It's the number one substance that people use to commit suicide in Nigeria. Drinking of sniper. Suicide by sniper. It's a serious matter. Even I'm laughing, it's a serious matter. Nigeria have a very high case of suicide, especially among youths. Many youths are frustrated. They have tried their best, nothing is working for them. They decide to end it. Is this a good thing? No, it's a bad thing. In Lagos, in Nigeria again, one of the way of people committing suicide is by jumping into the lagoon, because they have a very big lagoon in Lagos. They will just go to the third mainland bridge and they just jump in. There's no coming out from that one. You will surely go in and you will come out dead. Some people even drag their cars straight into the lagoon. They want to hand it in the car in the lagoon. People die. People die anyhow. Some people overdose themselves on drugs. People just kill themselves anyway. They think it's easy to kill themselves. But why will somebody choose to take their own life? For you to want to take your life, you must have been in serious pain and serious sadness and serious depression. And you would think that the best way is to just end it, and it's actually a peaceful way. For me, it's better than going out and killing other people, or deciding to say you want to start doing evil to destroy other people's life as property. And instead of you doing all those evil things, you just choose to end your own life. For me, it's still better than going out and trying to take out as much people as possible. Okay, if you say I will classify it, it is still not a bad thing. Even now, we have legally assisted suicide in some countries in the world, whereby some old people, they feel that they are tired of living, and they just go to the hospital. They will ask the doctor to end it, and they have the legal right to end it. So I don't really see anything wrong with that. If you feel that you have completed your assignment in this life, and you say you want to go, you are not owing anybody any money, you are not owing anybody anything. It's not that you are owing people money, then you now want to commit suicide. No, you cannot go. Pay your debts before you go. Clear your debts. Put your house in order. Make your bed. Then if you say you have done all these things and you want to go, I don't think anybody have anything to say that you must not go. It is your life. Okay? So if you feel that you have completed your mission, you have done everything doable, you have satisfied yourself, you have seen all you need to see, there's nothing else for you to do anymore, you, by all means, if you want to go, nobody should hold you back. This is my own view. It's not the view of the general public. It is also not the view of African spirituality. I'm just saying my own view. Okay? There are some people that believe that nobody have a right to take their life, whether they have completed their mission or not. I beg to differ. You are not that person. Everybody have their own role to play in life. They have their own experience they are yet to achieve. So nobody has a right to say somebody should not take their life or not. Actually, nobody have that right. Okay? So if you want to take your life, in my own opinion, make sure you have settled all your debts. If you are a child, you know you have responsibility to your parents and you have not really settled them, you don't have right to take your life. Okay? You can take your life where you have settled all your debt, you have paid everybody their dues. Okay? You are not owing anybody money. Then you choose to want to die, you can die. But if you are owing people money, then you say you are not dying, you are escaping. Okay? You are escaping your responsibilities. That is the way I see it too. Okay, so suicide should be allowed in certain cases. But there are some countries that they say suicide is a crime. Like a place like Nigeria, suicide is a crime. If you attempt to commit suicide in Nigeria and you failed, the government can arrest you and they will put you in jail for attempting to take your own life without permission. In Nigeria, you cannot take your own life if you want to commit suicide. Make sure you do it very well. Don't come back. If you come back, the government can arrest you for attempting suicide. This is the law in this our funny country. You cannot take your own life. You take your own life and you didn't complete the job. If they rescue you, government will arrest you for attempted suicide from your own self. This is Nigerian law for you. So suicide is seen as a crime. The government feels that nobody should take their life under any circumstance. You must suffer and die by other people's hands, not by your own hands. The government here don't want anybody to die. So you must endure the suffering in Nigeria. You don't have right to take your life in Nigeria. Okay? If you want to take your life, make sure you die, because they will arrest you for attempted suicide. As they are recovering, you are going into cell. They will handcuff you and put you inside the cell and they will try you. Why did you want to commit suicide? Why did you not endure the pain? Our country is funny, but this is the way it is. You can't take your own life here. But other countries, you have rights to take your life. And if you failed, then nobody will arrest you. They will even reward you. But here you are going to jail for attempted suicide. This is the way it is here. So what happens when somebody commits suicide? In African spirituality, suicide is viewed as a taboo, as an abomination. It is not a good thing. Even outside that, it is not a good thing. Why? For somebody to take his own life, it means that the person Nobody could help. It's a curse on the land. It's also a curse on the family. For you to have somebody in a family and nobody can help them, they have a problem. What is the function? What is the benefits of being part of a family when the family cannot help you when you have a problem? It means that family is a failed family. That family is an irresponsible family. That family is not operating as a unit. The essence of coming out from a family and being a member of a family is to assist one another, to make it in life, or at least to be happy, to have that security, that comfort, that brotherhood. But one thing you're going to find now in the black community, our family units have failed. You will see family units whereby they are plagued by poverty. The man, probably the father, will be in jail, especially in America. If the man of the house is not in jail for one frivolous crimes orchestrated by white supremacy, he will be out of a job. He cannot provide adequately. In Nigeria too, you're going to find poverty is making many people suffer. If there is not much income and failed government policies that is not actually looking out for the common man, makes people to live in poverty. As a result of that, where there's poverty, there is lack. Where there is lack, there is insecurity. There will be social vices plaguing. People will be exposed to crime. People will be exposed to sicknesses. People will be exposed to the ills, to the maladies of the society. As a result of that, people will react or respond negatively. When there is no proper income in the family, there is no good housing, there is no basic necessities that is required, housing, food, especially shelter, food, security is not there. People will not be happy. People will be living in squalor, below average life standards, where they say people are living in poverty, below the poverty threshold, or people are living on $1 a day or $2 a day income. People living below minimum wage, and you have children, people will suffer. As a result of that, people will be involving in social vices. This is where we see stealing, selling of drugs, prostitution, all sorts of social vices will be rampant, and people will be callous, mean, and wicked towards each other, especially people on the lower rungs of society. They will be struggling for the limited resources or the limited cash that is available to them. As a result of that, there will be poverty. There will be kind of a scarcity, not having enough. This scarcity will result to only the strongest and the most desperate to survive. So when people find themselves in this kind of quagmire, in this kind of society, if your family cannot help you, nobody can help you, you won't finish university, you still cannot get a job. Especially in Nigeria, many graduates are jobless. After people finish university, they go and learn handwork from an illiterate that didn't go to university, and then they start selling recharge card or doing many jobs that is not befitting of a graduate to survive. So when you find yourself in this kind of frustrating reality, and your religion once again cannot save you, you pray to Jesus every day, you pray to Allah 5 times a day, it still cannot save you. The next thing is how to hand it all. Suicide, depression sets in, misery, sorrow sets in, and people devise ways of taking it away. Most people, they are mostly bogged down in debts. You're holding too much people money, you borrow money from everywhere to meet up. Your life is still not going forward. You are in debt. You are not seeing any future. Nobody is helping you. Nobody is listening to you. Your government has failed you. Society has failed you. Religion has failed you. Who are you going to turn to? The only way out is debts. Even love has failed you most times. Many people commit suicide when they are heartbroken. Your boyfriend ditch you, your husband leave you, your wife leave you. A lot of people have committed suicide by that way. So when they see this failure, they feel this pain, this emotional pain. It is not physical pain, deep emotional pain. The burden becomes too heavy for them. So African spirituality, we view this as an abomination. For somebody to die this way, to take their life due to great pain, it means that that person is cursed, or that family is cursed for being unable to help that person. Okay, so when the person dies, what naturally happens is that the spirit of that person died in pain and anger, and that spirit will become an evil spirit, because the spirit was not a happy spirit. And when they die, they will retain that attitude with them. So that spirit is now an evil spirit. And the spirit might seek for justice by trying to avenge or punish the people, the perceived enemies that they feel is responsible for their demise, which is naturally the family members that refuse to listen to them when they are alive, and the society that refuse to care for them when they are alive. So what will happen is that that spirit, quite naturally, if that person goes to the river and jumped in and die by suicide in water, the spirit or the soul of that person will be trapped in that water. Because water on its own is alive, and water have a living essence. Water is alive. We have proved this in science already. I've done the videos. So the deities that are in charge of that water will trap the soul of that person. Because for you to take your own leg, walk there, and choose to die here, it means that you have transferred yourself into that kingdom, into that ring, that you want to be under the domain of that ring. So that person's spirit will be trapped in that river. And that spirit will become an evil spirit, quite naturally, because the person died in unhappiness. Okay? So in this case, they view it as an abomination. So they have this belief that anybody that commits suicide inside a river, any water body, must never be buried inside the tank. You cannot, especially if they commit suicide. There are cases whereby if they can die in a boat accident, like in the Junior Pope case. These people did not choose to die there, it was an accident. In some of those cases, you can take their body back to their village. Some of these spirits do not or may not want to be associated or wish to be buried by that riverside, or they don't want to be part of that river community. They will wish to be buried in their family place where they will be closer home. Okay, so some cases, in that case, they will have to do some rites and take the body back to their village, especially if these people are worthy of prominent people. They have children, they have family, they have a kind of place they come from, where they have deep connections to. The family will say, no, this person must be here so that we remember them. We want to be seeing their grave. Okay, but some cases, if they don't have children, they have not done anything in life, they will say, okay, just bury them by the river. River takes, river gives, river takes, something like that, story. But if the person actually takes their leg to go there and deliberately commits suicide in that river or that sea, they must be buried beside that river, because they choose to go by that way. And they believe that if that person is buried back in the city, that person will become an evil spirit. And the person will, by dying in that river, they will also take some upon the qualities of the spirits in that river, life-giving qualities. They will have some extra powers with them. They can be able to manipulate water in a certain way. They can be able to use that living force of water to come into this physical reality anytime, because we humans are all made of water. And when they come back, their work will be to punish people, anybody that they perceive is responsible for them dying. And also too, they can be able to have the capacity to draw people to come and commit suicide in that river. So when they bury these kinds of people in town, the belief is that these spirits will now be going around the town looking for other people that are also sad and depressed, then speaking to them, encouraging them to come and die in the river with them. Look at them, tell them, this one you're suffering here, just come to the river and die. Take your life, it's easy, and join us, join me. We can form a crew together here. So the spirit will now be going around town, encouraging more people to commit suicide, and therefore decimating the population of the community, and also punishing those people that are responsible, those people that they try to reach out to and they didn't listen to them. they will also be punishing those people as that are responsible for their deaths. So in African spirituality, they see these spirits as evil spirits. So when a person commits suicide in the river, they never ever let that person be buried inside the community. They bury them beside the river and they do some rites so that their spirits will not be able to come back into the town to come and be disturbing other people in the town. Okay, so this is the mentality they have or we have in African spirituality. And this also goes to other places where suicide is committed as well. Maybe somebody commits suicide in a house. You commit suicide by hanging, especially by hanging when the legs does not touch the ground. This is considered an abomination because so I'm back again. Please, if you missed, there's an internet connection. So the belief is that when somebody commits suicide without touching, they believe that the spirit will be trapped in the air. So as a result of that, this spirit will have some certain elements or qualities of the air elemental. So that place will be haunted. As a result of that, that place becomes a sort of gateway whereby the spirit can be able to come into this physical reality. So if this person dies in a house like that, it is believed that the house will be haunted because the house is now a gate. And for the leg not touching the ground, it means that it is a serious matter. The spirit is trapped in the air. So the spirit can come and go at will, and it will be difficult to hold or trap or to do something about this kind of situation. Spiritual cleansing anyway for people to stay that place. They still have some rituals they do. But anywhere that somebody commits suicide, that place becomes a gateway for spirits to come in. Even everything that the person touched, all the things that the person has been using in this physical life, they need to be cleansed, seriously cleansed. In some cases, they will be destroyed. They see it as an abomination for somebody to commit suicide. It means that everybody around that person might have failed that person. So most times they believe that there's a curse on that family. And in ancient time in Africa, even in the olden days, people will stay clear from such a family. If they hear that somebody commits suicide in that family, people will not want to even get married to anybody from that place. They will feel that there's a curse on that family for somebody to take their own life, and they allow this kind of thing to happen. It means that they are not good people. They are not kind of fulfilling their spiritual or their physical responsibilities for this to happen. And most times it is true. When somebody have financial problem, it goes around, no uncle, no auntie can help the person. The person is struggling, is tried and tried. They have not been able to help that person, and then the person commits suicide or something happened to that person, and nobody could avenge or to bring justice to suit the mind of the person, that the person commits suicide, means that the family is not a good family. It's not a responsible family. They don't help each other. They don't go to such a place to go and make friends with such kind of people when they cannot even save or help their own. They see it like this. They see it with this kind of this kind of perspective. And so they will naturally avoid those people. So suicide in African spirituality is viewed as an abomination. Okay, for somebody to commit suicide, take their own life, especially when they are young, and they do it out of frustration, depression, and hopelessness, it means that nobody around could be able to help them, and so the people around them has failed them, and this is naturally not a good thing. So because the person died in anger and unhappiness, the spirit is usually seen as an unhappy spirit, and a spirit that should be orchestrated, exorcised, or chased away from the living. In some communities, this kind of people that commit suicides are not buried in the regular cemetery. They are often buried in the evil forests. I have talked about the evil forest in previous video. It's a place whereby our ancient African ancestors create to trap evil spirits and negative entities. In Africa, even till now, we still have evil forests in many villages. We have sacred forests. Sacred forest is where the deities live. Then we also have evil forest. The evil forest is a designated space for trapping negative spirits, people that die by suicide, people that commit abomination, incest, people that have very bad negative traits. These people are not buried in the regular cemetery with other people. So when somebody commits suicide, they are usually thrown away or buried in the evil forest because they are considered as evil spirits, with the hope that they will not reincarnate back into the regular society. This is the aim, that when they bury them, their spirit will be trapped there, so they don't reincarnate back to come and be causing more confusion, or they don't come back again. They are kind of unwanted people, unwanted and the worst one they say is committing suicide in the. So this kind of person must be buried beside the river. They don't ever back home, for this very simple fact that the person now belongs to the river and possesses certain powers of the element of water, because the element of water is very powerful, and can be able to have the capacity to come to this physical world anytime they like, to come and perpetrate evil by mostly encouraging more people to come and die with them, and also revenging or avenging those people that they perceive are responsible for making them die by themselves. So this is the way they see this kind of thing. So suicide is not a good thing in African spirituality. Okay, suicide, they believe, traps the souls in limbo, and it traps the souls in this physical world, and these souls are unhappy souls. They're unhappy souls, they're unhappy spirits. They didn't have a good life. They were frustrated, angry, and depressed. And when they die, the spirit continues to be frustrated, angry, and depressed. And this spirit always seeks to punish people. They are not happy. They always seek to do evil. They always seek to spread misery, to make people be like them, because this is the kind of life they seek. So their whole aim is to spread anger and pain, the same anger and pain that they receive from other people during their lifetime. Okay, so this kind of things this is the way they see it in African spirituality. Okay, so this is what I have to say on this subject today. Questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button, so you'll be the first to get my videos as soon as I release them. And of course, if you have not gotten my book yet, I talked about the evil forest a lot. If you want to know the concept of the evil forest and how it is used as a negative space to trap negative energy, negative entities, you're going to find it here. The evil forest is a very, very interesting concept. Okay, it's a place of immense energy, and it's a place that is very, very necessary in a part of our culture. You're going to be learning many things about time and space travel, ghost DNA, 666 melanated consciousness, and the history of religion as in Christianity. I covered so many deep, dark topics here. I covered God Almighty Grand Unified Theory, and I covered the origin of quantum physics from ancient Egypt, the origin of the atomic structure, and including nuclear physics as well. So this is a very good book. If you want to know spirituality, this is the textbook that you need to get. Okay, it is one of a kind. It is the first book. Really want to dive into this subject, this should be your foundation, your starting point. You need this book. In your spiritual progression and development, you need to get to quantum physics. Then you have to transcend quantum physics to plasma physics. This is where we are going. So you need this book, and you need to start preparing yourself, your future, your children for the future. So get this book. It is only $50. Okay, it's not expensive. Then of course, if you have not gotten this one yet, you need to get it. Walking in the Shadow of the Gods is a book that will empower you in no small ways. I talked about the benefits of herbs, how to use them for different aspects of your life, for prosperity, for wealth, good health, for happiness, and of course, love. This book is not for only spiritualists. If you are into herbology, aromatology, or doctors, you will need this. Herbalists, you will need this. Or you're just curious about herbs or helping your situation, get this book. It contains 200 formulas, over 200 formulas. Okay, I sell it for $100. Both of them is 200, and it will empower you in no small way. Okay, I am currently writing another book. It will be complete within the next 2 months tops. That book is about how to make direct contact with African deities. It will be the first authentic African grimoire that will give you formulas and instructions for making direct contact with the issue of people going to meet parasitic deities, going to get initiated to things they don't understand of people when it comes out. It's going to pull the socks out of your leg. Okay, that one is coming out. It will come out. You will get that book in your hands before the end of this year. Okay, then if you want to do your spell work, your X6, your packs, oracle tarot readings, the whole 9 yards, I do all those things. You can contact me on this channel. My number is, I also teach it. I teach it from the ground floor, from history to science to the deep spirituality, understanding of this subject. This is why I am here. Okay, so please contact me. It doesn't matter if you have been learning other forms of tradition. Have this one join. It will give you more power, more punch to what you already know. Nobody have a monopoly of knowledge. Nobody knows it all. My approach is scientific approach to spirituality. I model my spiritual practice after the Kushite Kemetic spiritual people. It's a science for me. It's a way of life. It's a philosophy. And I believe your spiritual practice must be tied to your liberation, your empowerment, and your struggle, among others, for freedom and equality. So it is not separate. It must align. If your spiritual practice does not align with your philosophy of life and with your empowerment and education and liberation, then you are not doing anything. You have not started yet. Everything must go together. So join my program today. See what it needs to offer. This program is for only people that have serious connection to Africa and people that really want to learn, not people that are here to waste my time. Of course, it's not a free program. I charge $600 for the beginner class for 6 months program. It is very, very intensive and empowering. So before you say you want to join, prepare your money and prepare your time, because at the time not day. Okay, so ready ourselves. It's not for people who never shop full, and it's not for people who never take this part seriously. Okay, so it is what it is. And for those people that have been watching me, standing by me, that have gone through the program, who are planning, I will still be here waiting for you. I thank you very much. And I'm very delighted. Then apart from that, if you want to buy your spiritual ointments, many of them in my house here. So please try to contact me before you go somewhere else. When you patronize me, you're helping to invest and develop African spirituality. Okay, African spirituality needs development. A lot of people are asking me, why am I charging money? Why will I not charge money? Same way you see other people charging money, we also charge money. Those things you see in Egypt and ancient Africa, those artifacts, those pyramids of Giza, those statues, all those things, people use their money to do it. That's why we are seeing it today. Those things in museums that our ancestors did, that the whole Europe stole to put in their museums. People in Africa use their their money to create it. If you want African spirituality to grow, you must invest. Me, find somebody that you feel you trust, support them, support people that are doing the work. Okay, it needs to grow whether you like it or not. If we don't support it, we don't put money, we don't patronize ourselves, we don't invest in it, it will not go anywhere. We'll continue to be struggling, we'll continue to be tying cloth at top stone inside the jungle. We need to advance, we need to do things, it needs investment. Anyway, you have to see it like this. We must build temples again, we must organize ourselves, we must build schools, we must start teaching ourselves. All this needs money. So you need to think about all these things, support the right people, empower African spirituality. Your sweat, your coin need to be inside. This is why I charge money for my services. It is not free. If I run charity services, I would have died a long time ago. Okay, this is the way we can grow. Now, so I hope that you understand me. For people, as we grow from strength to strength, videos as usual.